Hello everyone, welcome to the Mind Shift Academy. Have you ever wondered how to make someone effortlessly respect you and value you? Like your mere presence has an aura that people crave. Whenever someone encounters you within a group, they can tell that you are a vital individual, and in your absence, they cannot stop thinking about you. All their thoughts lead to you no matter what. Have your possible mating partners craving your attendance, and every minute away from you feels like an eternity? What if I told you that this is not just a fanatic idea, and it could easily be implemented on a practical sense in your day-to-day life? Yes, my Stoic brothers. Today we are diving into the core of a monumental strategy that is a combination of strategic withdrawal and magnetic presence. And the only barrier between an individual who walks life unnoticed and a Stoic brother is discipline and the ability to focus for more than a few seconds at a time. This strategy will allow you to walk around in life on your own terms and be the main character of your story, being missed and longed to, being calm like water, but being feared and respected like the ocean. And, my brothers, this is not about playing childish mind games. This is about cultivating an indestructible intrinsic value within your core that radiates loudly into your ambience with the weight of your character, felt even in your absence. Imagine that person in your head, thinking about you non-stop, and not because they only miss you, but because your entire existence became an intriguing phenomenon that occupied the minds and souls. The value you bring to their lives is unmatched. As Seneca put it perfectly, to make them miss you, you must give them the gift of your absence. Let that sink in for a moment and try to think what it means to give someone the gift of your absence. You are underestimating the impact of withdrawing back just enough for your absence to be felt, and the void that you leave behind that you and only you could fill. In that moment, they will be thinking about how your presence used to feel, the emotions coupled with the cheer aura that you brought, and all of a sudden, all they could think of was you. All they could crave is the next time they get to be around you. Before we dive into the depth of our strategy, I need you to leave a comment on the name of a Stoic philosopher that resonated with you the most. That will be a symbol of the unity and existence of our Stoic brothers who are facing adversity as one community side by side, and a clear statement that we are around in numbers and the world still has hope within. Now, let us get started on this journey of making yourself unforgettable and valued not just in the moment, but actually occupying the most powerful tool a human has, the mind. 1. Self-control, the power of calmness. I know you are thinking that this is just common sense and pure cliche, but trust me, the men who carved the world and shaped it were the men who mastered self-control in the heat of the fire, which a lot of modern-day men lack. Nothing makes people think about you more while respecting you endlessly, more than being calm and composed, no matter what is going on around you. As Epictetus once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Most men think that if you are in a heated argument, you have to look strong and intimidating by amplifying your loudness and anger, but this is how you lose the argument and the negotiation. And in the game of life, you are going to sit on a lot of negation tables, and in most of these scenarios, you cannot afford to lose the negotiation. By mastering our emotions and maintaining inner calm, we align ourselves with reason and avoid being swept away by anger, fear, or frustration. This inner peace allows us to respond thoughtfully rather than impulsively, leading to wiser decisions and a more fulfilling life, no matter the circumstances. In those moments, you catch everyone's eyes piercing into their souls, cementing the fact that you are not just another brick in the wall that collapsed under the first push. You are the granite wall that people run behind in the eye of the storm. That is the number one skill you need to master, which will automatically and naturally make people drawn to you. Whenever you are about to lose your temper, just remember, have you ever been impressed by someone who lost their cool and lushing out all over the place? I can assure you that it is never. You are only impressed by the people who can hold it together and act calmly and rationally. So are other people, and that is why they will remember you and respect you. Imagine when you are at a work meeting, everyone is stressing out, deadlines are looming and demands are rising. You are the only one who is composed and calm, which will allow you to get everything done effortlessly while offering rational solutions. Everyone will have one thought on their mind when they get home. They will be thinking about the way you carried yourself under pressure, And your calmness will be admired even in your absence. You will be the first destination people think of when they are faced with their own adversity and challenges. Self-control sets you apart from others. They will not know why, but they will feel like you have some sort of superpower that others lack. Always remember, he who is not a slave to his emotions is a master to his life. The moment you master controlling your emotions, you master communicating with others. Next time you are in a heated argument, try to take a deep breath and control your temper. Stay calm and observe the reaction on their faces. You will notice the shift of admiration and respect. Your character will hold a weight that others will feel long after you are gone. 2. The art of rational decision-making. When we speak about rational decision-making, we do not mean cold-hearted decisions that are detached from reality. It is about controlling your emotions and making the most suitable decision for you and for others, without allowing your feelings to cloud your judgment. Think of it like this. You're a ship's captain navigating through a storm. The storm represents all your emotional impulses: fear, doubt, anxiety. But if you steer the ship based on the chaos around you, you'll end up lost. A great example of this comes from Marcus Aurelius. He said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Marcus constantly reminded himself to act according to reason, not reaction, even in the face of war, betrayal, or personal loss. So, how do we apply this to everyday life? When you're making a decision, pause. Ask yourself, what's within my control here? What outcome am I chasing? And most importantly, am I letting my emotions dictate my actions? By aligning your decisions with logic and what's truly important, rather than fleeting feelings, you begin to master the art of rational decision-making. Think of an emergency heading your family's way, and you have to make a decision. Most people will act out of fear or anger, and in most cases, they will make a wrong emotional decision that will have a domino-like effect on everyone around them. But this is not you, my Stoic brothers. You take a moment and step out of your feelings and walk through your decision rationally before acting, instead of just having an impulsive reaction. It's not about being emotionless, but about channeling your thoughts to make choices that reflect your best self. This approach not only leads to better decisions, but also to a calmer, more focused mind, even when life throws its biggest storms at you. People will notice that you are making smart, thoughtful decisions, and they can't help but to respect you and think about you as someone they can rely upon, someone capable, someone they will head to the moment the ship gets rocky. This is the kind of impression that never goes away, to a point that when people get into a tough spot where they will have to make a difficult decision, you will come to their mind and they will wonder, what would you do? Let's bring it down a notch. Let's say you are out with your friends. You are trying to think of something to do or a place to go eat. Everyone is not sure, and some don't even want to voice their opinion because they are worried others might not like the place. But you are different. You already know what everyone's likes and dislikes is because you observe people calmly, and you know what you want to do. You make the decision, and you save everyone the time and lingering. Now, no one will just think of you as some guy in the group. You will become the guy in the group. Sounds simple, I know. But those small moments build the idea of you in people's minds. Because big moments might not come all the time, but those small moments do leave a long, lasting effect in everyone's subconscious. Small, consistent, rational decisions will accumulate to build your value as a whole, whether it is managing your finances and work or relationships and health. The more rational your decisions and choices are, the more impacts you leave on yourself and others. You will have that aura of a calm, level-headed guy that people will come to and think of whenever the going gets tough. As Marcus Aurelius phrased it, waste no time in arguing what a good man should be one. 3. Resilience in adversity. In my opinion, this is the most important Stoic principle in terms of making people value you and think about you all the time. We all face adversity at some point in life, whether it's a setback at work, a personal loss, or just the daily grind wearing us down. It's easy to get overwhelmed, to feel like the weight of the world is on our shoulders. But for the Stoics, adversity wasn't something to fear or avoid. It was something to embrace. Why? Because adversity is what shapes us, strengthens us, and helps us grow. True resilience doesn't come from avoiding challenges, but from facing them head-on with the right mindset. In other words, we don't control what life throws our way, but we do control how we respond to it. Imagine you're going through a tough time. Maybe you've failed at something important, or life just isn't going your way. This would be your chance to practice resilience. It's not about pretending everything is fine or denying your struggles, but about reframing how you see those struggles. Instead of thinking, "Why is this happening to me?" ask yourself, "How can I grow from this?" When others notice you going through one adversity after the other and emerging stronger, they cannot help but think, how can you keep it together? What kind of strength you must have to be able to control your mind and face all those challenges with a smile on your face. Just think for a moment. Have you ever been impressed by a guy who is always complaining about life and its struggles? Just the thought of those individuals drains your energy. But you, my Stoic brothers, are different. You are learning how to embrace life's turmoil and take it as an opportunity to showcase what kind of a man you are. And this is exactly what makes people drawn to you. It makes them want to be around you. Your energy gives them strength, and in your absence, they crave the value and security you provide. So, how can you be resilient in adversity? Start by recognizing that every challenge is temporary, and that your power lies in how you choose to respond. Remember that your ability to endure and to keep moving forward is what makes you stronger, more capable, and ultimately, more resilient. Stoicism teaches us that resilience is not about being unbreakable, but about bouncing back, becoming better and wiser after each fall. In moments of hardship, remind yourself that adversity is the forge in which resilience is crafted, and with each challenge you face, you become sharper, tougher, and more unshakable. People don't just remember successful people. They do not stop thinking about those who succeed, despite the odds being stacked against them. And when the odds are stacked against you, this is your chance to grow and embark on a better journey. The more life challenges you, the more advantage you will have against your competition in any realm you enter. And then your presence will radiate confidence and value despite being the calmest in any room you enter. Number 4. Non-stop mindful presence. Unfortunately, in today's fast-paced world, it's easy to feel like life is passing by in a blur. We're constantly distracted by our phones, our thoughts, or our worries about the future. But the Stoics believed in something incredibly powerful: mindful presence. The idea that the only moment we truly have is the one we're in right now. There is nothing more valuable than time to give to someone. Just think for a moment. Have you ever been talking to someone and noticed their mind is drifting away? Do you really feel you want to talk to them again? But how often are we really present? Think about it. How many times have you caught yourself worrying about something that hasn't even happened, or replaying an old conversation in your mind? Stoicism teaches us that these distractions rob us of our peace and joy. The Stoics knew that being mindful and fully aware of the present moment is the key to living a fulfilled and meaningful life. Being present was about more than just focusing on the moment. It was about fully engaging with life as it unfolds, without getting lost in what could happen tomorrow or what already happened yesterday. Marcus Aurelius said it perfectly. Confine yourself to the present. He understood that if we spend our lives distracted by the past or future, we miss the only time we can actually live, right now. So how can we practice this mindful presence in everyday life? The first step is awareness. Catch yourself when your mind starts drifting, whether you're daydreaming about something that may never happen or replaying a past mistake. Bring yourself back to the present moment. Focus on what you can see, hear, and feel right now. This grounding practice keeps you connected to the here and now. The Stoics also remind us that we have no control over the future and no ability to change the past. What we can control is how we act in the present. Epictetus emphasized this when he said, "How long are you going to wait before you demand the best for yourself?" Every moment you let slip away is a moment you could be fully engaged in, whether it's in your work, your relationships, or even just a simple moment of reflection. When we cultivate mindful presence, we become more intentional, more connected to the people around us, and more grounded in the choices we make. Life stops feeling like it's rushing by and instead becomes something we're fully a part of. When people start to feel that you are listening to them, you are connected to them in the moment. You create this bond of energy that makes them miss you and value your presence. Number 5. Emotional regulation. The Stoic mastery that leaves a lasting impression. Think about the people in your life who make you feel calm, supported, and understood. They aren't the ones who lose control or act impulsively, right? It's the ones who stay level-headed, grounded, and measured in their emotions. The ones who make you feel safe and stable, no matter the situation. This is where the power of emotional regulation, inspired by Stoicism, comes in. For the Stoics, emotional regulation wasn't just a personal strength. It was a way to make those around you feel secure. When you're someone who masters your emotions, remaining calm when others panic, thoughtful when others react impulsively, you naturally become the person people turn to for guidance and support. Epictetus said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." By mastering your emotions, you project a sense of inner strength that people admire and miss when you're not around. Imagine a friend or colleague who never lets stress get the best of them, even in tense situations. Their steady presence has a calming effect on everyone around them, whether it's a heated argument or a stressful deadline. Their ability to keep their cool makes them someone people want to be near. You become someone they think about in moments of chaos, longing for the balance you bring into their lives. Seneca also recognized the power of controlled emotions when he said, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." When you show others that you can navigate difficult situations without being overwhelmed, they start to admire your strength and resilience. You become the person they think about when they need clarity, peace, or just someone who won't add to the emotional chaos. It's not just about staying calm for yourself. It's about how your emotional stability positively impacts everyone around you. By practicing Stoic emotional regulation, you're leaving an impression that lingers long after you're gone. People will miss how you made them feel grounded and safe. They'll think of you in moments when they need calm amidst the storm. In a world full of emotional turbulence, being the person who can manage their emotions thoughtfully makes you someone unforgettable, someone others seek out, even when you're not around. My Stoic brothers, if you made it this far, congratulations. I am impressed by your ability and attention span. I hope you soak in those principles and implement them in your life, so you can come back and share your experiences with our community. We are nearly 2,000 individuals who want to work on themselves and improve their lives. This is our achievement. Please leave your thoughts in the comments and subscribe if you are not yet. Stay strong and keep shining into the world. Until next time, my Stoic brothers.